Hey everybody, I'm Benjamin, aka The Terrible Australian of Supermarsy.com, and welcome to my video review of the new action fantasy horror film The Last Witch Hunter, which stars Vin Diesel. So let's get right into it. Now, like a lot of people, I enjoy a good Vin Diesel movie. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Fast and Furious series, and the Riddick films are okay. Nothing particularly amazing or anything like that. So, except for Pitch Black, because that movie was pretty cool. But and I like Vin Diesel. He's got a really, even though he's sort of like a big action star, he has a really cool presence about him. So anytime he's on screen, you can't help but find him compelling. And so when it came to The Last Witch Hunter, which is kind of like him sort of tackling sort of a film that has a bit of fantasy, horror, action, of course, but also it kind of in a way could be the start of a new franchise as well. So with this one, so I wasn't sure what to expect. Like, yeah, having watched the trailer and all that, I'm thinking, oh yeah, it looks okay, but it's nothing that we haven't seen many times before. And having now seen the movie now, it was exactly what I expected. Like, the film looks great. Like, visually, it's really cool looking, and it has some pretty cool action set pieces. And everyone does fine with what they're given. And Vin Diesel, of course, you can tell he's definitely relishing the chance of playing the character in the film. But at the same time, though, it doesn't really offer anything new. Not that it's anything a problem about, but in a way, I just feel like it didn't make the film, even though it's watchable, but since it doesn't it follows has a bit of a formulaic plot and sort of a lot of cliches and all that, it just wasn't as fun as it could have been. And to be honest, it did have a couple little dull spots here and there. So yeah, but there are some aspects that work. Like I said, visually it looks great. Oscar-winning Australian cinematographer Dean Semler, does a good job with the cinematography in the film. The film looks really good looking. Visual effects are all pretty cool. Action set pieces not amazing, but were solid. And the movie looks good. So director Breck Eisner, who previously made Sahara and the Crazies remake, does a competent job, but I think it's really kind of more on a script level. Like, the movie kind of has a really cool, interesting sort of mythology and all that it sort of comes up with. But like I said, it just doesn't really bring anything new to it, and you kind of wish they kind of did something that sort of made it, stand out more in a film like this. And in a way, it kind of reminded me of Constantine, but instead of like different types of sort of supernatural forces, you sort of just mainly witches and all that. But so like I said, it's kind of similar to that film in a lot of ways. So like I say, it doesn't really sort of bring anything new to the table. But like I said, it's watchable, but it's kind of forgettable as well. So if I had to give The Last Witch Hunter a rating, I would give it 2.5. And it's kind of it's kind of also as sort of as a postscript. Since the film hasn't kind of done well at the box office, and I guess because the film kind of does end on sort of a sequel note, like on a sort of gives it an ending, like there's going to be more of this series. But yeah, since now that the film hasn't done really well, I don't think that's going to happen now, which, it would have been better if they just made it as just one complete story. But I will say though, where it kind of ended was pretty interesting, and if they did somehow make another one, I would be interested to check out where the story would go. But overall, in the end, it's just a watchable but forgettable film. So 2.5 stars. So yep, that's the end of my video review of The Last Witch Hunter. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later. See you everyone. Bye.